Honorable Governor of Telangana, His Excellency Sri Jishnudev Barmaji, Honorable Chief Minister Sri A. Revant Reddy Garu, Distinguished Noble Laureate Sri Satyarthi Garu, Professor Banerjee, esteemed global leaders, captains of industry, and friends from across the world. Namaskaram and welcome to the future. 78 years ago, on a midnight which changed history, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru gave a historic speech to the Constituent Assembly. He spoke of a moment which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, when a soul of a nation which is long suppressed finds utterance. Today, we gather at another such inflection point. We stand not in Delhi, but on the soil of Bharat Future City, a place that did not exist yesterday, but will define tomorrow. And we make a new tryst, not just with destiny, but with opportunity, innovation, and global leadership. For several decades, people of Telangana struggled to find their voice. We fought for our identity, for our water, for our resources. That struggle was our past. Today, the world witnesses our presence. But this summit is about the future. The Telangana Rising Vision we present to you is not merely a collection of statistics or a portfolio of projects. It's a solemn pledge, a pledge to redeem the promise of our potential completely in full measure. Our vision is very, very bold. You would have seen the billboards on the way to this particular venue. We want to become a $3 trillion economy by 2047, in line with Viksit Bharat dream of Honorable Prime Minister. By 2047, when India celebrates its 100 years of freedom, Telangana will also be a proud member of the country. But how do we redeem this pledge? How do we achieve this goal? We do so by reimagining the very geography of growth. As all the captains of industry, the economists, all of you are aware, the economy is made up of three parts: the agriculture, the industry and manufacturing, and the services. In Telangana, we have defined the geography exactly to reflect these areas. The rural area, where 60 lakh of our farmers live, we would like it to become a vibrant, natural farming area, which will be connected to the agriculture value chains across the world. Now, this will be the engine which will drive the rural area's growth. After the rural area, in between Hyderabad and the rural area, we have the peri-urban area. Now, this particular area, where the Bharat Future City is located, we would like the imagination of the future to take shape here, whether it be artificial intelligence, quantum computing, net zero, any of these new ideas, we would like them to take place here. And then comes the core. The great city of Hyderabad, which has more than 400 years of history, is now looking at the future. This is where we would like to have the services to be located, the world-class services, IT company, and other companies to be located here, where they will not only produce for India, but for the rest of the world. This is the architecture of our ambition. To the nation of the people in the world who are represented here, from the Asian tigers to the capitals of the West, we send greetings and pledge ourselves to cooperate with you in furthering peace, freedom, and sustainable commerce. The achievement that we celebrate today in this summit is just a step, an opening of opportunity to the greater triumphs and achievements that await us. Are we brave enough and wise enough to grab this opportunity and accept the challenge of the future? As I look around this hall, filled with the best minds of this generation, I have an unequivocal answer: yes, we do accept this challenge. So let us labor and work hard to ensure that our dreams are becoming reality. Those dreams are not just for Telangana people, but for India and completely for the world. Welcome to Telangana. Jai Hind, Jai Telangana.
Thank you very much, respected Chief Secretary. Before our next speaker, His Excellency the Governor, speaks, I would like everyone to rise for the national anthem, followed by Telangana state anthem.
జీవన చావళీలు చాలువాన కవిగా